That goes for just about any how-to project there is. If you don't know how to do it all the way, that's okay. If there's some... Hey, what's up with that? I'm not hearing anything. The never-ending story on the toilet. No joke. Twice I've tried to fix this. The tank, it's not leaking now down at the base where it was before, but inside the tank it's dripping into the bowl and it always has to keep filling up. And I've got to pull this apart again. This is going to be the third time. I don't know, you know, but I have a good idea what's going on, and I wanted to share this with you because, hey, if you get frustrated about your toilet and you're like, yeah, I can't fix it, and there's too many parts at the store, and not sure how to go about doing all that stuff, and more than likely I go to the store once and I'm not going to get the right parts and it's still going to leak. How can I fix it? I'm just going to have to pay a plumber and come over here, and then you pay these extraordinary costs to repair your toilet, and then a month later down the road something goes on with your other toilet in the other room, and you're like, oh man, I wish I could fix it myself if I only knew how. Well, by golly, you're in luck today because you will find out how to fix your toilet. I'm going to go over quite a few different things that you might be interested in on a toilet, because you know what? I know you're probably not a plumber, a professional plumber or anything. You probably haven't the first idea how to get this apart, how a toilet works and all that kind of stuff. You don't need to anymore. All you got to do is watch my channel. I'm going to show you, because you know what? If I can't do it, I'm not going to show it to you. So check that out with lots of my other videos. Anytime you come up with a problem, peruse my channel. Maybe there's something on my channel that will make you famous, that will make you a star, because you fixed it yourself and saved big. I want to take the mumbo jumbo out of different things. I want to talk to you in layman's terms so that you can understand everything. Hey, is Joe a plumber? A licensed professional plumber? No, Joe is not. But if Joe can fix this toilet, you can too. Alright, you know the drill by now. If you've been watching some of my videos on toilets and stuff, the first thing we got to do is I've got to shut the water off. And that's down here, and I've got that shut off now. I'm going to flush this, get all the water out, and alright, we got the water out. You know why? Because I had this water up about here before, and I had the water shut off. There's nothing in there now. That's because it's been draining out through a gasket in there that I want to show you about, because that gasket needs to be tightened up, and that's what we're here to talk about. How to fix internal leaks from your tank down to your bowl. I don't want you to crack up too much and say, hey Joe, that's easy. Just get in there and replace your flapper. Well, you know what? Guess what? Newsflash, it's not the flapper. I've replaced the flapper. I verified that the flapper is working perfectly, and there's only one other solution. Well, actually two. There's a water fill valve tree in here, and sometimes that could siphon water out too, but I've verified that that's not the case too. This is hooked up right. This is a new water fill valve in here. And incidentally, what's a water fill valve? It looks like this. It's a tree. I call it a tree. It's actually called a universal toilet fill valve. You can get different ones. You don't have to get this brand. But you know, that's all fine and dandy. So I know it's not that. I know it's not the flapper. down inside there. What else could it be? This tank could be cracked at the bottom. I know it's not that. I've looked at that. There's 3 bolts that connect this down onto the toilet. If it was leaking from one of those bolts, I'd see visible water around here or down on the floor, anything like that. There's no water there either. So you know what? There's another thing. Did you know there's another part in here that could cause this water from the tank to magically disappear into the bowl without you seeing a leak anywhere? There is. Stick around. I'm going to teach you something today. Am I always this excited about talking about toilets? No. But I've worked on this thing 2 different times now, to your benefit, I might add. I'm trying to fix this toilet and this tank. The tank was leaking, like I said before. Every time you flushed it, water was coming out down here. So don't worry, I'll talk to you all about that too. First things first, I've got to take this toilet tank off of here. But before I do that, I've got the water shut off now. Now the pipe that goes up to the bottom of the toilet, I've got to loosen that up. And usually it's a plastic nut. Now if it's not plastic, if it's metal, you just want to loosen that with a pair of pliers a little bit and then turn it and take it out. Make sure that you got all your water drained out of here first. If there's a little bit of water left in the bottom there, you know, you can take a sponge and dip and squeegee it out here. Dip and drop the water in here, back and forth, back and forth. You know, any bits of water at the bottom, because once I take this off, if you got any little bit of water in there, it's going to come out all over your floor. Imagine that. There's a little bit of water left in here. And once I disconnect everything, and it'll be okay, but once I tilt this down on the floor, this tank, then the water's going to come out. So I might as well get most of that water out of there. You just got a little sponge. I mean, I had a bigger one. I could use that, but I don't. Okay, get the water out of there. Just get that water out of there. Oh, I think I drank too much caffeine this morning. I had 2 cups of coffee, and man, maybe that's what's causing me to be all excited about fixing a toilet. Or maybe I just like to show people how to save money on their how-to projects. I like doing that. You know, if I can save you $1, I'm happy to do it for you. Now I've got to take the bolts out. There's 3 bolts that hold this tank down to the base here. Now, sometimes toilets only have 2 bolts, one on the right, one on the left, but this one have 2 in the front, kind of towards the front left and the front right and the middle back. Not all toilets have 3 bolts. Does it really matter? No. You know, whatever your toilet has, just be prepared that it's not necessarily going to be exactly like this one, you know, but the steps, the important thing to realize, the steps are going to be the same. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. So I'm just loosening up these nuts. Once I have those all off, I can pull this up gently. You know, the cool thing I wanted to tell you about doing things yourself, the first time it might be kind of like, oh, I don't know if I can do that, and questions and unsureness. But you know, if you get in there and do stuff, you're going to learn as you go. And yeah, you're going to do a few things wrong the first few times, but after that, you're just going to get better and better. Pretty soon, you're going to be a pro at certain things that you like to do, and oh, I know how to fix that. I'll blah, 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 blah. And it's just a matter of a learning process. If you've got the time and the energy and want to save a few dollars, if not a bundle, start doing things yourself.